to an Introduction Guide Season 2. I'm here with none other than Stefan87, and he is doing a series with me, and he's calling his point of view. What are you calling it, Stefan?
Teach the noob.
Yes. Basically, I am the teacher, Stefan is the student, and for interesting reasons, we're both calling it something different, but this is going to be my POV. And Stefan will be having his POV over on his channel. If you're watching on YouTube in the future, a link to that channel will be down in the description. If it's right now, it's !Cocaster. I've sent you a party invite. Did you get it?
No, give me a moment. Let me just reduce the sound.
Okay.
There seems to be issues with your video.
Well, it's on Discord. Is it my side or what?
Yeah. Wait, give me a moment. Let me just... How do I change the settings of the video?
I honestly don't know on the Discord side. What do you mean by the visuals?
Right now, my Starcraft is cut off at the edges.
You can just readjust the side, is it? If you readjust the side in OBS, you should be able to get it.
Give me a moment.
Yeah, for me, I just readjusted the sides in OBS and it generally works fine. Yeah, I see up there on your channel.
Are you?
For those watching on YouTube, we're doing some technical troubleshooting. Now you can ignore the maintenance and it doesn't affect us.
Well, I think it looks fine on the game, but it doesn't look fine on my visual.
Yeah, you're only catching like the top half of the screen. Again, in OBS, I just shrank the size to fit my screen. You can't do that in OBS?
The moment I go to OBS, it's sort of how do I change the settings of the video in game? There's no button
video,
here.
do you mean the game or?
The game, yeah.
Yes, there is one way I know about. It's you go to options and then you go to display mode. There's windowed and then there's full screen and then there's also resolution.
Yeah, that. I remember I went there before, but I don't know how to go there now.
Okay, so
I'm on this page. I just need to go to options.
Yeah, F10.
F10?
F10, that should bring up the menu.
Okay.
Then you see the big options at the front, and then you see... Then you press options, first one is graphics.
Resolution is correct. Window full screen. Accept. This is... Yes. I'm okay now.
Oh, okay, that fixed it.
Yeah. Return to game. Alright, so what do we do?
It's funny, like the first thing I told you how to do in all Starcraft is how do you put up the options menu. It's F10, the hotkey is F10.
That's the most important thing actually.
To be fair, yes. The number of games I've played, like 2 hours in, and then I learned what the options are. Then I learned that, oh wait, I can turn on subtitles. Oh my gosh. Like, especially for games that I actually have to understand what's going on. For some reason, subtitles aren't automatically enabled. Alright, okay, so first of all, thanks for joining me and being willing to partake in this experiment of mine.
Thank you for teaching.
No problem, man. Okay, so the way I did this in the last season is that the first thing I want to do is teach you the bare basics of at least one of the races. Because the problem I faced with my last student is that he didn't know anything what's going on, which is fine, you know, you're brand new to a game, It's kind of like Hearthstone, like you don't know what a battle cry is, you don't know what a...
Death Rattle,
Yeah, all those things.
Divine Shield.
It took me a while to figure out what a taunt was.
Really?
Yeah, like for a while, like why can't I attack? And then finally it says, oh, you have to attack a taunt in order to get around
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And then it gets more complicated because after a while you realize that, wait, you could just cast a spell. Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, it took me like 5 games to understand what spell damage was. No, it's not the most obvious thing in the world now, is it?
Yeah. It'll probably take me like 20 games.
Alright. So what I'm gonna do right now, okay, we're gonna do something interesting in Starcraft 2 called Archon mode. Basically, you and I will be
Archon.
given the same army, and I'm just gonna do a run through of the basic units for Terran, the humans.
Okay.
And yeah, okay, here's my lesson plan. First, we're gonna do that, so just get you familiar with the units.
Okay.
Then we're gonna do another game, but this time I'm gonna let you play. So
Okay.
it's gonna be me and you control the army. I'm just gonna be here so that when the enemy comes across the map and attempts to kick your butt, I save you. Because
Yep.
you're probably gonna die. The third game, and this
Why
is
don't we just set it as easy?
yeah, it's on easy right now.
Am I still gonna die?
You might.
Uh,
Okay, again, the first round is I'll be controlling. I'm just gonna tell you what the units are. The second round is me and you. We're both gonna play a game like this. The third round is I'm gonna let you attempt to take on an easy AI by yourself.
okay.
And we'll just see how that goes. If the enemy walks across the maps and shoots you in the face, then
And too bad.
yeah. But what we're gonna do after that is we're gonna look at the game and then we're gonna see, okay, what went wrong, what do you need to do the next time you attempt this, you know?
Yep.
Yep, so these are the learning exercises. Okay, let's go. Now, I've been thinking about this for way too long because you told me you wanted to get like many bases. You wanted a big, powerful, beefy, sexy army.
Yes.
Okay, so I've designed kind of a strategy around this, but first let's get to the very basics. Let's start with the win condition. Do you know what the win condition for StarCraft 2 is?
Good luck and have
Space.
fun. You're gonna need it.
Storm. Space Storm.
The win condition.
No.
What is Space Storm? Did you drink liquor instead of coffee this morning?
No, I have a coffee here.
What did you
Coffee.
coffee to get Space Storm as the answer? Okay.
Ah.
Okay.
Space Storm.
No.
Is it correct?
Absolutely not, unless you're going for the memeest of memes about the aliens, aka the Protoss.
Okay.
Okay. The win condition of StarCraft 2. Okay, the win condition of Hearthstone is to get your opponent's health from 30 to 0, correct?
Yeah.
The win condition of StarCraft 2 is to destroy all your enemies' buildings. Okay, very good, you're building some SCVs. And the key of that is that if you have a bigger army or more, active forces, you could destroy the enemy's buildings and therefore win the game. Most of the time in StarCraft 2, as opposed to Hearthstone, you end up conceding once you know you're screwed. Because that's the thing, in Hearthstone, you don't know whether you're screwed. You might pull out that Pyroblast at the last second and have some hope.
Yeah.
In this game, you kind of know if you're screwed. Alright, so what you're seeing on the screen right now is what you call a command center, and you're making lots of workers, which is good. Okay, here's what you need to do. Grab any of these workers, they're called SCVs. Just click on any of them. Press build, which is B, and then press S.
Supply depot.
Correct. So build a supply depot. So press S, yeah, press it again. Okay. So here's the way StarCraft 2 works compared to some other RTSs. You need to continuously build supply buildings if you want to make more. Notice that your command center, this big round thing in the center, is not making any more workers.
Yep.
You're what you call supply block. Once this little thing finishes, you'll be able to make more workers. And okay, here we go, and done. Alright, so the next thing I want you to do is get that same worker, press B, and then press B again. You're going to build what is called a barracks.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Anywhere?
Yeah, anywhere. Okay, very good. Now, okay, here's the thing. While that thing is building, grab another SCV from the working line, press B, and then press R. and then
Oh,
build the refinery on the gas. Okay, very good. Okay, so let me explain a little bit. The units in Starcraft 2 have a mixture of gas and minerals. For example, to build the tank, you need I think 100 and no, you need 250 minerals, but you also need 100 gas. If you're lucky in either of this, you will not be able to build the tank later. In fact, that's going to be a very good example once this max finishes. Okay. Oh, by the way, this is kind of important. Do you see the numbers above the command center and the gas?
yes.
Okay, so this tells you the optimal number of workers you need on each area respectively, in order for it to be mining efficiently. Oh, very good. You're putting workers in gas. Good. That's okay.
And I'll build more.
Yeah. Okay. So tell this dude over here. Press V and then press F. You'll notice something. Press V and then F.
V and then F.
Yeah.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
He's telling you
Oh.
you don't have enough gas, right?
Vespine gas. Yeah.
Correct. So here's the thing. Because you don't have enough gas coming from, you don't have enough of this green stuff, you can't build it yet. Of course, once you reach 100, you can build it. That's what you do.
Oh, okay. So should I build another Vespine gas factory thing?
Yes, you should.
Okay.
So what I would recommend is that, yeah, build the gas and then build the factory at the same time. Since you can have two separate workers building it, at the same time, you can delegate the work.
Refinery.
Yep, this is fine.
Then we'll
Couldn't
get
have set it
more
up
of.
better.
Okay.
The enemy is coming to scout us. Did you see that, by the way? Did you see
Yeah,
that?
I saw. There's a unit there. Should we just get some soldiers?
Yes.
Because all these are workers, right?
Yeah, all of these are workers. That's a few too many workers.
What's going on?
Oh wait.
Okay, that's good. Okay. So to make some soldiers, click on your barracks, which you built over here, and then press A. You'll start making marines. This is your infantry unit. This is kind of what Terran builds at the beginning of every game. There are some exceptions, and when you play actual multiplayer, you will tend to go for the Reaper. But for now, let's just focus on the Marine.
Hello. Oh gosh, thank you. Wait, what just happened? Something just happened on my stream.
I don't see anything.
I don't know, I heard a dun 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 sound.
No. Alright, build a factory.
To the factory.
Yeah, VF. You have enough gas now.
V. Oh wait, I need to select V. No.
Hey, they're attacking our base.
Who's attacking our base?
Wait, let me defend.
Not enough energy.
I'll take care of this, don't worry. So the enemy is attacking your base right now. I am making sure
Where?
that you don't just over here. I am making sure that you don't just die. I also needed a whole bunch
I
of.
don't see any attacks.
You see the carcass on the floor?
Oh.
Yeah, there was an attack, but I held it off.
Wait, is this you?
What?
This other base.
Ah, yes, I built this in the meantime, and I also built these bunkers because I saw this would happen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I could control the same workers as you.
Yep.
But I'm letting you do it mostly to get the exercise in. Alright.
What's going on?
Do you want to talk about the Marines or the infantry, or do you want to talk about the factory and the stuff it can do?
Okay, let's do factory.
Alright, the factory. Okay, the factory is the kind of the style that I will be teaching because you wanted many bases and a bigger army. But
Oh
let's
wait,
start. Yes.
somebody said that they can barely hear you. So let me just turn on your volume
Okay.
to the max.
The mic is kind of right beside me, so.
User volume 100%. Desktop volume increase.
Alright, while you do that, I'm gonna build up your base a little bit. We're gonna skip a few steps, but this will speed things up.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, tell you what, we'll go to the units of the factory. We'll start with the Hellion. I'm making one right now out of the factory. Basically what the Hellion is, this is a fast attack vehicle. I'll let you control it once it comes out.
Hello, fellowship. Welcome to the stream. Today we are doing Teach the Noob, and Gunner is teaching me how to play Starcraft here. He's building a
Complete.
crazy strong base, and I am being a noob. I'm not quite sure what to do.
Yeah, okay. So here's what I suggest you do. Grab this car, drive it around, it's kind of fun.
This car?
Yeah, this car.
Oh, oh, so cute.
Yeah, not bad, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so grab the car. Okay, so we're gonna do something called scout. Drive it over to the enemy base over here, and let's just see what they're doing. Notice how much faster it is compared to like even your worker or your infantry.
It's a buggy basically.
Yeah, it's a buggy with a flamethrower on it. Okay,
It has a flamethrower.
you'll see, you'll see.
Whoa. How do you know where the
That's
how do you know where the
enemy,
enemy base is? By the way?
Turn around, shoot! Oh, click on the enemy to kill him, to shoot at him. If not, you could press. Okay, this is important for combat. You press the unit. The enemy's up here, by the way. If you look at all the Starcraft 2 maps, they're always symmetrical. So the way you attack is that you move the car, but you also press A.
Ah.
So this is called attack move. There are two moves. There's attack move and then there's command move. Yep, the enemy's on the map. Shoot him! That's the flamethrower.
I
Unfortunately,
just die.
yeah, they blew up the car.
Ah, shucks.
Don't worry, I'll make you more cars. Okay. Right, so apart from the car, we're now going to produce something called a mine. Well, it's called the technical name is a widow mine, but that's the fast version. Let's go over.
Wait, why do I have so many command centers now?
Oh, I built 3 for you.
Oh. Why do we need so much?
Because you wanted to get many bases. Now here's the interesting about command centers for Terran, if you remember for Brood War. This does not apply to the other races. Okay, press let's say the one over here, and press L.
We finished that add-on. Nice.
L.
Okay.
Oh, it flies.
Yeah, it flies. So
It can
specific
move.
to the Terran race,
We can uproot.
yeah, we can uproot it, and then you can land it over here, and then you can establish your next base. No, fly
Oh,
over.
so you're building it first and moving it later.
Yeah,
I
you
guess.
can do that. Again, this does not apply for the other
Oh.
races. The other races, their buildings cannot move. Terrans can. Okay, so this is a mine. Now this works completely differently from the car. If you press E, it will burrow.
Base is under attack.
Oh, you're under attack. Oh, by the way, the enemy's attacking, but I built a bunch of bunkers for you. And some additional cars.
So the bunkers are like sentries,
Not really. The bunkers? Okay, the bunkers.
powers of defense.
Yeah, but you actually have to put marines or infantry inside. Which I
Oh,
did
okay.
earlier.
So there's 2 marines, 3 marines. Okay.
Yep.
Light it up.
Okay,
I
cool.
made some more cars, but they were killed in the fight.
Are you ready for
Oh.
this?
That's sad.
Yeah. Well.
Are they auto armed, or do I have to press A?
For the mine, the car, or the what?
For everything.
Okay, so here's the difference. Let me grab these cars and just show you the difference. Don't
Okay.
worry, I'm making making plenty more cars
Okay.
and plenty more factories. I'm kind of out of space now. Here. Okay, so here's the big difference. If you just move the cars without
I'm waiting on you.
without pressing A, this is what's gonna happen, which is they're just gonna drive past the enemy. They're not actually gonna attack.
Okay.
But if you grab the cars, let me just grab 2 to show you. And you press A, they'll attack the first enemy they come in contact with. Notice the difference?
Do I hold down A?
No, you can just press A once.
Are you ready for
Okay.
this?
The reason that this is a distinction is because sometimes you don't want to attack the enemy, you just want to drive past them. Watch this, I'm gonna drive straight to their base.
I'm going in.
See? And sometimes you want to just drive into their base and attack their workers, or you want to do something else as opposed to engaging the army head on.
Rubber. I'm going
Yeah.
in.
So there's a big difference between A moving and command moving. I've lost a lot of games where the army is on move command rather than attack move. And sometimes you lose the game because your army's on attack move instead of move command. And see, just like that, the car actually got out.
Wow.
Alright, so that's the car. There's some upgrades to the car, but I'll get to that in a second. Now let's talk about the bind. Now the
Okay.
bind is a completely different unit. The bind,
Will do.
you need... Okay, you already pressed... Okay, press D.
E.
Yeah. Now press the bind and then press D, my bad.
Oh, okay. The mine and press D. Okay.
Okay. So here's the thing about the bind. It needs to burrow in order to attack. So just now it was burrowed, it can't move.
Hmm.
Now try it. You can move it around and stuff. But then you need to press E when you want it to attack. So you press E. Okay. Notice when you click on it, it's got this like circle, like a radius around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what this means is that when an enemy unit moves into the circle, it will attack the enemy unit, and it has a while to cool down. Now, to demonstrate it, in fact, let me set it across the map. Okay, so while the bind is heading out across the map, honestly, when you're playing this style, you won't be using binds that often. The real thing that you'll be using is the tank. Now, if you go to your factory over here, you'll notice that there are a few more units, but they're blacked out.
Up and gone.
In fact... Okay, do you want me to talk about the tank, or do you want me to try and demonstrate the bind?
Mine first.
Okay. I'm
To
gonna
do mine.
try to do this, and I don't know if it's gonna succeed. Okay. Okay, wait, I need the Hellions to go first, because I need to lure them into the mines. Oh, the enemy's here! Okay, perfect. Okay, notice they're gonna bow, and then... Come on, survive. This is what the mine does. They killed the mine before it exploded. Oh, damn it, we didn't see the other mine. Let me defend this. Alright, well, sorry about that. The mine's a bit harder to demonstrate because you need the enemy to actually interact with it. Whereas a lot of the other units, like even the cars, you can order them to attack, but the mine you can't.
What is a reactor?
Ah, good question. Okay, so here's the thing. The factory down here, okay, so let's go through the factory first. Factory down here, you notice that there's some units you can't get, and it asks you to build a tech lab or reactor. Now, up here I've already built 2 factories with 1 each. Let me cancel the mines, okay. So here's the difference. If you go to the reactor, you can now, the factory with the reactor, which is this circle thing, you can now build 2 cars at the same time. So go to this one and build either 2 cars or 2 mines. You'll see the difference.
This one?
Yeah, the one with the circle thing.
Mineral field depleted.
See, you can now produce 2 at the same time. Whereas you go to your old
much
factory down
faster.
here, yeah, you can only build 1. So that's the reactor. It's an add-on that you order from the building. The one on top of it is your other option, which is the tech lab. When you build the tech lab, you get access to the Cyclone and the Siege tank. Honestly, I do not want to touch the Cyclone in this lesson because the Cyclone is a significantly more complicated unit to use than the Siege tank. Now,
Okay.
you also notice that there are 2 other units that you can't build yet. You need another building to get that. I'll get to that in a second, but I do want to touch on the Siege tank because that's one of the more fun and more important units for this playstyle.
Okay.
Let me try and demonstrate the mine again. Okay, the mine's up here right now. I'm gonna try and bow it into the enemy middle line. Success, success, success. Target fire. Watch this.
Wait, where should I be watching?
Oh, over here.
Oh,
Did you catch that?
nope. Just a couple of explosions and
Okay, there's another mine. I'm gonna try again. Okay, so the mine moves here. It burrows. Target fire. Watch. So basically the idea is that it's a mine. And here's the thing about the mine. It actually has a cooldown period. Once this timer runs out, it will fire again. But the enemy, is gonna try and intercept it in the meantime. So that's generally what the mine does. There
Yep.
are several...
how long is the cooldown?
Let me check. 29 seconds.
Oh, 29 seconds pretty long.
Yeah, there are some interesting upgrades to the mine. We'll get to that in a second.
What's our target? The
Okay, do you want me to talk about the tanks or do you want to talk about the mine upgrade?
Mine upgrade.
Okay. The mine has 2 upgrades. And the first is tied to something called the Armory. Okay, grab any SCV or you can just grab this one. And then press B and then press
Well,
A.
there's no more gas with this one.
B. Impress A. B A. Wait, I can't press A.
You press the SCV, you press V and then you press A. V first.
Oh, V. V, not B.
Yeah,
V,
V.
and then.
Oh
A.
no, let me take care of this enemy attack wave.
Oh wow, look at them.
Bespin Geyser exhausted.
There we got this.
Ready to roll out.
Mineral field depleted.
No, my friends.
Shoot.
In the rear with the gear.
See, this is why I built a bunch of bases, so even though they just blew up this one, you just float another one over.
They're still there though.
There's actually nothing I can do about that. Because, okay, here's the thing, tanks and buggies as in real life, they can't attack air units. There are counters to air units. One of them, ironically, is, oh, the mines would be awesome. I'm producing some mines, they should be able to deal with this. Oh, I never have to do that, why?
The minerals
Okay, so
have
here
up
come the
and gone.
mines. Okay, notice right now they're not gonna attack. Oh, they have their own mine. But if I borrow my mine over here, watch. And if you notice very carefully, they actually have an enemy mine here. This is actually the upgrade. Which is why after the armory is built, their mines become cloaked. And I cannot attack it directly.
Talk to me, boss.
Invisible.
Yeah, they become invisible. So after a while, the mine, once it comes off cooldown, it'll fire, and if we don't have detection, that's what happens. Let me get rid of that mine. So, oh, my mine fires again. Okay, so I did a bunch of things at one shot to take care of the enemy, and I'll start to explain. But first things first, let's go back to that armory. So press any SCV, press V and then press A.
Fueled up, ready to go.
I built one outside.
Oh, you did already. Where is
Yeah.
it?
This here. Oh, it was destroyed. Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah. The enemy does
Right
that.
where?
Anywhere
Yeah.
lah.
Wait, why is it exploded again?
Oh, okay, my bad, sorry. I cancelled it. Oh, by the way, any building that's building halfway, if you click on it, you press escape, it will cancel the building. So this
Oh,
is like if
okay.
you want a refund. You get 75% of your minerals and gas back.
Yeah.
Good refund policy.
Big job.
Okay, so once the armory is done, we'll have a few upgrades. One way to get upgrades for your units is, okay, do you see this over here? This is the this is the tech lab. If you go on it, you'll see that there are a bunch of options. Press I. Or press the first.
Research Infinite Pre-Igniter. Igniter.
We're under attack, hold on. Okay, they're gone. Yeah, so the photo pre-ignite, okay, good, it's already upgrading. Now if you read the description, this actually improves the Hellion or the buggies flamethrower damage to deal basically double. But that only applies to the buggy. And it's actually really cool. We don't have any at the moment. I'll build you some more. And we'll be able to see it. Now, for the Armory itself, this is where you get upgrades for your vehicles and your starships. We haven't built any starships yet. The way you see this is that if you go to, let's say, one of your tags and you click on it right now,
Raise some hell.
it says 0, 0 and 0, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so if you go to your Armory and you press, let's say, upgrade
Research
vehicle
complete.
weapons level 1. Go ahead, click it.
Armory.
What's going on?
Which one is the armory?
That's the one you just built, the one over here. The one you just
Oh.
built, yes. The brand new building. Okay, so once this is ready, all your vehicles will attack. Their attacks will be buffed.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, but your cars, your Hellions,
Are you
it's
ready
already
for
been
this?
buffed. Here's what it looks like now. Okay, demonstration. Are you watching?
The minerals have
Yeah.
up
Okay,
and
3,
gone.
2, 1. So this is commonly called in-game, it's called Blue Flame, and it does a lot more damage, especially to light units, basically smaller targets. And it's basically a pretty big upgrade to have.
To me, boss.
Mineral field depleted.
Okay, so now I'm gonna jump back to the Widow Mine, because once you build an armory, okay, do you see your Widow Mine here? It's actually got a little light on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what this is that means that when it burrows down, it's cloaked. And the enemy needs detection, or they need a way to see that it's cloaked. It's basically an
Okay.
upgrade that kicks in once the armory is done.
The minerals
There's
have
another
up and
upgrade
gone.
after that. If you go back to this tech lab, and you look at the third option, there's something called drilling
Vespin
claws.
geyser exhausted.
Huh? You're the boss.
Do you see it?
No. Wait, you're talking about the armory, right?
No, the tech lab.
Tech lab. Okay, tech
It's the
lab
one attached to the
here.
factory, yeah.
Okay.
And the third option is something called drilling claws.
Yeah.
Okay, so buy that. Alright. We'll wait for this finish and then you'll be able to see the difference. Basically, it makes the mine burrow faster, which is a big deal in like an active battle.
Oh, okay.
Ah, this is a good time. Let's look back at our main base, the one you got right at the start of the game.
Upgrade complete.
The minerals have run out.
Okay.
So what happens, and same for the guys, what happens is that over time, you'll eventually run out of minerals from your main bases, which is why you need to expand out across the map to find and run the attack again.
Fueled up, ready to go.
So we still do not have any defense for the airships.
No, we don't. Let's take care of that. Okay. If you go to any of your the factories and the tech labs here, you'll notice that the bottom two options are now open. Build something called a saw.
Wait, what? Tech lab?
Yeah, go to a factory with a tech lab and then build a Thor.
Finished learning.
Okay. What does a Thor do?
Alright. So what the Thor does is that it's this super heavy assault robot. It
Yeah.
actually has anti-air capabilities as well as anti-guard capabilities. The problem is that, okay, you see the cost, the Thor is kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the interesting thing. You're actually gonna get supply blocked, which means that if you try to build like too many units now, the factories will stop producing because you don't have enough supply depots. So I would recommend you build a bunch of supply depots.
Okay.
Thor is here. I'm wasting away here.
Have you? Okay. Okay, that's a good start. One supply depot is being built. I suggest you build 3. Come on. Are you building 3 supply depots somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so as that goes on, okay, so this is the unit called the Thor.
Hit me.
Where is it?
No problem.
It's over here. It's near the bunker.
Okay, baby.
Ah, okay.
Yep. So you can move it around. That's its general attack speed.
Get me
If
back
an air
into the
unit
fight.
comes to it, it'll shoot up. That's a siege tank I think you're controlling.
Oh, this is the Thor.
Yes, that's a Thor.
Okay.
Oh, okay, tank's important too. Now, the Thor actually has two anti-aircraft modes. One is called Javelin missiles, the other is high impact payload.
Okay.
I'm gonna need an air unit to demonstrate. We'll wait for the enemy to attack, but I'll get you a starport in the meantime. Oh, okay, tell you what, let's tack in that direction instead. Grab any of these SCVs, press V and then press S.
Job, huh?
V S. Build starport.
Yep,
Should I build it on the inside?
yeah, build anywhere you want.
SCV ready.
Build starport. Ah, the enemy's here, perfect. Okay, did you see this Raven? Ah, see, the Thor's actually attacking the Raven.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of what you want.
Nice.
I'm wasting away here. I hear you.
Okay, but let's build that starport. Have you built the starport?
It's building on.
Ah, it's done. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do I signal you? Like you signal me? How do I do it?
On my computer, it's Alt.
Oh. Wait, no.
There
Oh.
we go.
Oh, okay.
What are all these SCVs doing here?
Job, huh?
I have no idea.
Okay, send it back to work. If you press the SCVs and then you press the middle. Okay, good. You got it. This is the starport. This is where you produce your own air units. I'm just gonna build one more as a demonstration because I want to focus on the ground. Honestly, in most matchups,
Go
you
ahead.
don't really need to worry about anti-air that early.
In the rear with the gear.
What I want to focus though is on the siege tank because that's really the key unit in all of this. Alright, so you see over here we got one siege tank, right? And we got a lot of siege tanks.
Move it.
Yeah,
Notice
4.
Ready to
Okay.
plunder.
more than that. Okay, so here's the thing. Notice the ones that have the legs spread out. They can't move.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is the difference. I'm going to use our buggies as target practice. I'm just going to move them up here to like a route. Oh, this actually looks like a SAF firing range, you know, with the grass in the background.
Yeah.
Anyway, jokes aside. Okay, so there are two modes for the tank to attack.
Coming through.
One is called siege and unsiege. So if the unsiege tank that can move fires, this is what happens. So it does some damage and it explodes. But if you fire at a target that, while the tank is in siege mode, this is what happens instead.
Need something blown up.
It does a lot more damage and it does splash damage.
Let's set some
So
on.
notice that
Fire up
the
here, boss.
robot beside is also getting hit.
Yeah.
Whereas if I do the same while it's not in siege mode, only the target itself gets hit. Of course, the
Oh.
downside is that the tank that is sieged can't move. Ah, that's how you do it, yes. And
E.
yes, E, and then if you want to change it back, it's D.
E.
I hear you.
Yeah, so the big downside is that if you're going up against especially more mobile races where you have to siege and unsiege. Okay, here's the thing. When a tank is sieged, there's no ground army that can beat it. Because, yeah, because the
But
fight
it's just
is
really powerful.
yeah, it's just that powerful. But the exact downside is that, look, let's say all your tanks are here and then the enemy just walks into your base here and destroys it. It's gonna take a while to unsiege all your tanks. You can actually double click all your tanks and then either siege or unsiege them. But the point being, it's gonna take a while to get to the fight.
Yep.
Also, if the enemy has enough air units, that negates the siege tank. The other problem, and you'll see this later, is that when you're attacking, you also need to decide when to siege and when to unsiege. Because you eventually need to move across the map.
Yep.
Alright, so that's the siege tank. As for the Thor, I want to go back to the Thor. Okay, the Thor also has two modes. It can move in both modes. But the difference is this. If you attack it while the guns are down, it fires rockets, which do okay damage. But if you change it to high impact payload and you attack, it does a lot more. The difference is this. The difference is that oh, here comes the enemy. See what the tanks are doing?
Yeah.
They're just shredding everything, and their tanks are not sieged, or they're gonna try and siege. But we have our tanks. They've got a battle cruiser.
We still need a saw.
There's one over here. Go! Grab the Thor, attack!
Over where?
He's over here.
Mineral field depleted.
Go, Viking. Come on, use the door, grab it, attack!
What's going on?
The tanks are
Where?
dying. It's here, it's over at the
Where?
bunker.
Minerals have up and gone.
Bunker?
Yeah, it's been sitting at the bunker the entire time. Your base is dying, it's burning to the ground.
Can't find it. I can't find my saw.
You lost your Thor.
That's my saw.
Good grief, what are you looking at? It's at your second base.
Ready to blunder.
My second base.
Yes. I've been
Where
pinging
is
the
it?
entire time.
Where is it?
Our SCVs
I don't see the saw.
Okay, fine. Press F2.
F2.
Okay. Okay, F2 is your all army hotkey. It's a bit of a controversial one. Yeah, okay, attack the battle cruiser. Yeah, you lost your entire guard army because you didn't know where you placed your sword.
mineral field depleted.
Okay, the Thor's finally killed it. There's one tank slowly attacking. You should go and blow that up.
The minerals have up and gone.
Oh, right. Ha. See what I mean by Thor's being kinda slow?
Yeah.
Yeah, he won. Now they throw the enemy into retreat. But notice that that one air unit killed the vast majority of your tanks.
Yeah. It's a battle. What do you call that?
Okay, it's called a battle cruiser. It's the ultimate Terran air unit. I don't really want to touch upon that right now because I'm focusing on ground. Okay, so a few more things that you need to know. One is regarding the nature of tech labs. Okay, so let's come over here. Remember that factory you first built?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the interesting thing. You can actually what are called swap tech labs. So you see the barracks also has a tech lab.
Yeah.
Okay. Press the barracks and press L. The barracks will lift off. Okay. Press your factory, press L, and then land your factory on the tech lab. The factory, not the racks. Click the factory.
Which is the factory?
The square building, not the rectangle one.
L.
Oh, okay, yeah, fly it over. That's fine. And then press L again. It'll help you land it. And no, you missed the landing. Try again. Let me get the barracks out of the way. Land the factory on the thing. If you press L, it shows you like a helping guide. You just press it there.
L.
Yeah, press the factory, press L.
Okay.
Give me a second, the enemy's actually attacking you and I need to make sure you survive. Have you landed the factory? Oh yes, perfect, finally!
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the thing. The long story short is that if you have like extra add-ons like reactors, you can swap buildings. and
I
that's
could swap buildings.
yeah. So the factory originally had a reactor that allowed you to produce two buggies at the same time. You
Yeah.
swapped it for a reactor, which now lets you build tanks and doors.
Ah, okay. So can it build two doors now?
No, not in this mode. That would be too OP.
Or just one door?
Yep,
Okay, I'll build one door.
sure.
Uh,
Okay, do you have any questions at this point in time?
do I have a what? Sorry.
Do you have any questions?
Many, because I'm actually not well versed with the titles yet,
Oh,
the names of things, and the difference between using a worker for B and V. Oh,
Ah.
V is advanced structure, B is normal structure, R is repair, Y is
Mineral field
spray. What is a spray?
Try it out. Try it out.
Well, butter my biscuit.
Just do it. Where did you spray, by the way? I want to see this.
I'm on the second base, and
I hear the spray, but I don't see it.
yeah, me too.
What's going on?
The minerals have up and gone.
Move it.
Let me bring it to.
Big job,
Can you
huh?
ping? Pinging is important. I don't see a ping. Oh, okay, okay. That's your third base. Okay, spray. Ta-da!
What's that?
Okay, so here's the thing. You can calibrate all of your workers across all the different races to have this spray, so it like sprays something on the ground. It's normally used for BM in games.
Is what
It's
used
normally
for?
used. It's normally used to taunt your opponents in game.
Ah,
Yeah. So mine is set to this like trophy. So it allows you to spray something on the floor. It's literally that's why. Notice that it's a spray can down there.
Oh,
Yeah, it's purely cosmetic.
you can write things on the floor.
Yeah, you can spray up to I think 5, and then the 6th one will make the first one disappear. So you can only have 5 out on the map at the same time. Oh hey, the enemy's back.
They don't stand a chance against 4 Thors.
No, they don't. Ha! Retreat. Okay, so
Fine.
this is important. Okay, so you ask about repair. That's actually important. If you grab any of the SCVs and then you
Coming through.
press repair, and then you press any of your
What's the story?
robots,
Buildings.
it will repair the robot.
Oh,
It's basically a heal.
that's awesome.
Yep. Okay, so if you click the robot down, you notice that its health is going up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can also do what's
Oh,
called
how do I
Yes.
unselect somebody? So I selected a unit, and then how do I unselect it?
Here, click me.
you click another unit.
Oh, there's no way to unselect it.
Not really.
Wait, so if I click another unit,
Yeah.
and then I want to alert you, I can't.
You still
How do I,
cannot.
how do I unselect a unit to click you, to alert you?
No. You just press. Even if you have a unit selected, you press Alt, and then you click
Alt.
on the floor. You still should be
Mineral
able to
field
ping.
depleted.
Do you see my ping?
Yeah, I see your ping.
Oh, okay. Because I don't see it. I guess, like the pinger doesn't see it.
The
Right.
minerals have up
I
and
can
gone.
see my ping even though I'm selected SCVs.
What's going on?
Alt and then you click like. Oh, you have to click Alt and then you have to click like attack, defend on my way or retreat.
Mineral field
Then you see a
depleted.
ping.
Attack or defend on my way of retreat.
Yeah, okay. I think I can see your ping, right? You just ping
Yeah.
the center.
You can see it, but I don't see it. Like I know I pinged it, but I don't see it. If you get what I mean. Anyways, move the base somewhere else for more resources.
Yes, brilliant idea. Go ahead, take off.
Wait, they should stay here.
Yeah, but by the way, you can do something called box select. So if you press left click and then you drag a box, you can select a whole bunch of units at one time.
Ah, okay.
Alright, yep, so fly over to the next base, land it down, get your SCVs and go and buy that base. Get all the money. Or in this case,
Oh, the moolah. Let's get some moolah.
except here the moolah is blue.
Wait, how do I land it again?
Press L.
Ah,
One for takeoff, one for landing, like
yeah.
start car, turn off car, park car.
Then take 3 doors to protect these guys.
Take
Then
a
move all
four.
my workers here. 4?
You're bringing
Okay.
4 over, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kind of nice to see
Just
them march,
3.
right? The march of the Thors.
Yeah.
Oh, the enemy's here!
Badass.
Attack! You got this, right?
Where? Oh, yeah.
By the way, do keep an eye on your mini-map at the bottom. But if you click on your mini-map, it will go to anywhere on that mini-map. So if you click your main base from there, it will jump to your main base. You click your... Oh dear, your Thors have...
Yeah, shouldn't I spread them out so much?
The thing about... See, here's the hard part about playing... Like, this playstyle is called Mech. The hard part about Mech is deciding when you need to spread out your units and when you need to keep them concentrated for attack. The way you mitigate this honestly is siege tanks. Because siege tanks can defend a fairly large area and make it pretty hard for enemies to attack it.
Oh. Do I need more refineries?
You could always use more refineries. By the way, if you look at the top right hand of your screen, it tells you how much money and gas you have.
What is so there's minerals and then there's Vespine gas. What is the third one?
Oh, so the third one is your supply. So here's the thing, if your supply reaches 92, you will not be able to produce the 93rd unit.
Ah.
You can have a maximum of up to 200 supply. After that, all of your buildings will just stop producing. It'll tell you you've hit the limit and you honestly should go and fight.
I see.
Right, so this is the basic introduction to Terran Mech.
Is
Yeah.
this the smallest map or is this average size?
This is average size.
Ah.
Actually, okay, there's one more thing I definitely need to teach you, which is about your command centers. Now, if you go to this base over here, you notice that it looks pretty different.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got a big satellite dish on it. This is something that I bought for you earlier. The way you do this is that, okay, so let's do an exercise right now. Now, you've got a spare base over here. If you click on it and press B, you'll be able to get the satellite dish, which is very important.
B. Satellite dish.
No, as in you have to go to one of the other command centers.
Oh, not the main one.
One that doesn't already have a satellite dish. Ah, okay, this is fine. So what this does is it gets you the satellite dish. Now what the satellite dish does at the same time, if you go to the one over here that already has one, it's got 3 additional abilities.
Your command center upgrade is
If you press
complete.
C, you'll see this like big radar thing.
Yeah.
Okay. This is something called scan. What I want you to do is I want you to take the
Command
big
center got
red
better.
circle, move all the way to the enemy base and then scan. Let's say over here. Perfect! So what this does is this grants you immediate and automatic vision at any point on the map.
Oh.
Now this costs mana. Notice that if you click your command center, it's got like the health and then it's got the mana underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in this game and also Warcraft 3, but not Hearthstone. Actually yes, like Hearthstone, it replenishes the mana over time. So you can only use it so many times before you need to wait for it to replenish. The other 2 abilities are Call Down Supply and
Base
Mule.
is under attack. They're under
Oh, the
attack.
enemy is attacking you again. Do you wanna deal with that?
Yep.
Go, kill them. Kill.
Where are my 3
Where did you leave them? Don't forget to attack, Blue. What did I tell you about siege tanks though?
What?
Notice that your thoughts are actually moving to the siege tanks.
Yeah,
Siege tanks are pretty powerful.
pretty badass.
Get me back into the fight.
Alright, let me help you out a little bit. I've been actually making more units for you this whole time.
They're attacking our base.
Here. What's going on? Feel that
Okay, these are the thoughts that I'm going to control. I'm going to try to engage this best I can. Okay, so this is how you actually defeat the siege tanks. Okay, when they're sieged, try not to attack them because
Base
you
is
will
under
lose.
attack.
Okay.
Okay, but here's the thing, they now need to unsiege. Okay, they're unsieging. See, they needed to unsiege in order to attack, and that gave me an opening to go in and wipe them out. We still took some losses, but acceptable losses. Alright, so let me build you some more factories.
Gaming says, bro, stream on Saturday so you can stand a chance to win a K-pop emote. Alright, gaming.
Well, something. Okay, so let's go back to your okay, the one that you floated over, it's now got a satellite dish. Let me go through the other two abilities. The first one is called the Mule. If you press E, you'll see it turn into a target, right?
Wait, what? E?
Okay. If you press on your command center, you know, okay, the one that you floated over, the one with the satellite dish. You press.
Yeah.
Okay. If you go to the abilities, you see the little E or the little yellow robot. Okay.
Call down mule.
Yeah. So press on that. You need to aim and press on a mineral patch.
A mineral patch.
Yes. Ah, perfect. Okay, so what this does is that it calls in this little yellow robot. The robot will only mine for, you know, as long as that timer is, but it mines for 5 times the amount of an SCV.
Ah.
So this is the big mana trade-off, which is, do you want to spend your energy on scans to figure out what the enemy is doing, or do you want to use it on mules to get
resources.
additional resources? Now the center ability and the one that is used the least is called Call Down Supply. So let's just do that. So if you press the center ability, you then need to go to a supply depot. This one over here, by the way. Oops. This one over here, by the way. That's scan. Press X instead of C, and then.
Oh.
Okay, wait. Before you do that, okay. Notice that right now it's at 66 out of 92 supply, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now call down supply.
Oh.
Yes. See, notice it just went up to 100.
Ah.
So this is what players use in emergency situations where they didn't build enough supply depots and they desperately need more supply.
Okay.
Notice the difference in the sheer speed between that and building an actual supply depot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so that is again kind of for emergency situations. Alright, so this more or less will conclude our quote-unquote first lesson. Do you have any
Finish that
questions? I know that a lot, but do you have any
They're under
like questions?
attack.
Right? Oh, the enemy is attacking! Kill them!
Where? Oh.
Yeah, they're blowing up some of the
Let's
factories.
go. We built a lot of the what's these
Tanks.
buildings. Yeah.
They're attacking our
Yeah, I built a
base.
lot of factories because you need lots of factories to build lots of cars and stuff. You have more units
I'm
over
dead.
here, by the way. You have a Thor, you have 4 tanks and a Thor, you could beat this.
What is the all army
F2.
command again? F2.
By the way, what the enemy is going for right now is something called Bio, which is a more infantry heavy playstyle with lots of marines and stuff.
Oh.
Right. See, that's the thing, you need to move your tanks into a position and then siege them up. If not, if the tank just runs into the enemy, they're gonna die, as you said. Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose.
Okay, let me clean this up for you. Okay, I'm gonna grab a Thor and 3 tanks and I'm gonna clean this up for you. Okay, so this is the combat phase of Starcraft. Honestly, if you don't have enough factories, you can't replenish your losses, you're gonna die anyway.
They're attacking
See
our
where are they?
base.
They're over there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move my tanks close. And I'm gonna siege them up outside of enemy range because the tanks outrange it. Artillery always outranges infantry.
Under attack.
Now watch. Notice how much more damage the tanks are doing. Thor runs away,
Yeah.
another tank sieges up, artillery smashes infantry.
Your upgrade is done.
Right, so that attack has been held. I'm setting, oh by the way, the SCVs can also repair buildings, which is why I'm setting all of them to repair this factory before it burns to the ground. Oh, something important to note, when Terran buildings are on fire, like actually like on fire, they will slowly lose health on their own. Do you see this?
Yeah.
Okay, the way you stop this is you get SCVs to repair the building.
I hear you. In the rear with the gear.
So more than one can repair it.
Yeah,
Nice.
as many as you want, as long as the unit model can actually support it.
Ah, okay. Let's float a command center over.
Yep, or you can just build a new one.
Oh, we'll float one over.
Yeah, sure. This is why I built a bunch of backup command centers.
Here we go.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so the last thing I want to touch on, okay, let me add one more thing to this lesson, is that you see these buggies, these robots over here?
Putting out there.
Yep.
Press E.
Hellbat coming through.
Recognize these guys?
Oh. Yeah.
So here's the
So
thing.
they become Gundams.
You can say that. So here's the thing. Once you build the armory, you can convert the buggies into Gundams.
Ah.
Not bad, eh? They
Yeah.
have more health, but they're obviously slower. So you're trading mobility for power, basically. Alright, tell you what. Press F2. Gather all your army together
More shoebox depot things.
and go and destroy the enemy.
Is this enough?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, there's a lot more
Go
from
shoot
the
them.
back.
SCV ready.
Keep going.
Hellbat coming through.
By the way, at various points you could also click the tanks and siege them. But try to do that close to the enemy base. Attack!
Mineral field depleted.
Hellbat coming through. SCV ready.
Yep, keep going. Go, smash the base. Reduce
Hellbat coming through.
the town to rubble.
They stand no chance.
No, they do not.
How do you know that they don't? Like, because you keep checking on them?
Well, in this particular case, I kind of know what the easy AI is capable of.
Ah.
And I know we have enough forces to destroy them. Again, in actual, like... oh, by the way, this is something interesting. If you attack move up a ramp, the units actually get stuck. Yeah, you should order them all up the ramp and then attack. Attack, attack, attack. Yeah, because it's a real thing in Starcraft to get stuck on a ramp where the units at the back cannot fire and then you just kind of die.
Oh.
Hi Hero, hi Gaming. Sorry, I wasn't checking the chat. I was making sure this guy doesn't just die in his first game.
Welcome to teach the noob.
The minerals have
Yep.
up and gone.
Alright, so... yeah, just blow up this base. By the way, keep pressing F2 because I've actually been quietly building units for you back home. But they will not get the order until you actually get them to do something. Right, so once you blow up this base, you have to blow up this one as well. And then blow up this one, and oh good grief. Yeah, I've used the scan to kind of figure out where all the enemies are. Yeah, just go and blow up the main bases. You don't have to care about these little like leftover pieces. Right, so if you want to build a like this kind of playstyle called Mech, you're building this basically nigh unbeatable big army. But to really do that efficiently, you kind of need like 3 or 4 bases. You need all those factories to replenish your losses. Because the one thing about Mech is that all of these units take a while to build. The way you counter that is you build 8 to 10 factories. The enemy bases over here you need to destroy. So now it's kind of just a clean up operation. And in actual 1v1 games, you will very easily run out of money.
1v1 run out of money?
Yeah, you won't have enough money to sustain this army. To like keep replenishing your losses. Especially gas. Notice that all these units require more gas than minerals. Or rather notice how many more minerals you mine compared to gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually you run out of gas.
I see.
Right, this should be the last. Nope, we have another base. Basically, the enemy took a lot of bases while you were conducting a lesson, and now you. Okay, tell you what, for the last base. Okay, let's do something different for the last enemy base. Just take your tanks only, double click your tanks. Okay, and then just drive your tanks to here and then press E. All of them. Now, if you double click a tank, it will double click all the tanks on the screen.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Drive them about here and then press E. Now press E. Okay. Now we enjoy artillery bombardment.
Ah.
This has always been very satisfying. Okay, grab the rest of your army and destroy this. Oh no. Okay. So, just the AI wishes to accept surrender. Do you want to accept?
Yes.
Okay, press yes.
And they're out of
And
here.
you win.
It didn't do much.
Well, now you get your chance.
Wow.
Right, so that was the lesson. Now for the practice. I'm gonna load the exact same map again.
Okay.
We're gonna do the exact same thing, but this time, rather than me like explaining it bit by bit, press
Yeah.
accept. Okay, let me get this right. Archon. It's gonna be an easy AI again. Do you want Terran or do you want to see the other races? As in the enemy, the enemy.
Oh, other races. Let's try that.
Which one?
Zerg.
Okay. The AI doesn't play that differently, honestly, between the other races. Of course, online, the differences are night and day. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let's start game, save us some time. Alright, so what we're gonna do this time is that I'm just gonna let you play. I'm gonna be doing things to help you out. This is like the assistant mode, and we'll see whether you can beat the AI. The game
Okay.
after this, which is gonna be our last game, you're gonna be doing this on your own.
Good luck.
I only have half an hour left though.
Beat 'em,
Oh, okay.
probably.
Then we'll
I've
just
got
do
an
this game.
appointment in the afternoon. Yeah.
Okay, then we'll just do this
So
game.
sorry, man.
No matter. Alright, remember, what's the first thing you're supposed to do?
I'm supposed to build supply.
Okay, do it.
Build supply depot.
Yes.
TV ready.
Why is the supply depot not being... Okay, good.
Build supply depot.
Okay,
Three of them?
two is enough.
Is enough?
Okay, keep producing workers from your building. More workers means more money. Okay, this is okay. Actually wait, cancel one. Okay, here's the thing, when you queue up units, you pay a deposit. If you press
Cancel what?
yeah. Okay. Get the guy who built the supply depot back to work. What do you have to, okay, what's the next thing you need to do?
Build build something. Barracks.
Yes, build a barracks.
Okay.
Okay, you told your one guy getting gas to go and build the barracks.
Oh, get gas. Get gas.
Okay, very
Get
okay.
gas.
This is still okay. Our base cost 400 minerals, by the way. So if you are confident, you can build another base, either inside your own base or you can take one outside.
Let's take one outside.
Okay, go.
Build. Wait. Build a command center.
Yeah, I'm gonna control one SCV, and I'm gonna set him over to the other side of the map to scout. What this means is that I'm gonna use this one SCV here to keep tabs on the enemy. And you still haven't. Okay, fine.
Oh,
Use. Yeah,
sorry.
no, just use him. I'll set another one.
Okay.
Okay, the base is building. Okay, the barracks is done. What do you need to do next?
In the rear with the gear.
Build tech lab.
SCV ready.
Not really. Try
Nope.
again. There are two answers, by the way. There are two right answers. Come on, let's see if we can get one of them.
SCV ready.
Train Marines.
Okay, that's one of the right answers. Yes, train a bunch of Marines just for early base defense.
Roger.
You're not really going to use the Marines too much, but it's always good to have a bunch of them around, just in case the enemy decides to, rush you.
Oh.
What's the other thing you need to do?
The other thing I need to do is
Gangway coming through.
build
Come on. Build.
do I need to build something?
It starts with the letter F.
Factory.
Yes, okay, good. I do not need to say obscenities.
Many of them.
What we'll do, here's the thing. You cannot build many of them because you don't have enough gas.
Ah, okay. So should I? Oh, there's a scout.
Grab the Marines, kill him!
You gonna give me orders?
Grab the Marines and kill him.
Where's the scout? Did he leave?
Yeah, he left.
Okay.
He's too
Yeah.
fast.
Send the Marines to the front and have them do sentry duty. Okay, very good. You're getting your second base up and running. By the way, if you click on your base, you notice that there's this yellow line.
You want a piece
This
of
tells
me,
you
boy?
where this. Okay, the technical term is set your rally point. It tells the units where they're gonna go,
Ah, okay.
so you can send them straight to the middle patch at your second base. Press your second base and put the yellow line on the minerals.
SCV ready.
Second base and put the yellow line on the
Minerals.
minerals.
Yeah. So okay. So here's the thing. The next worker that gets built will head straight to the minerals and start working.
SCV
Ah, okay. That's important.
Yes. Get your gases at your other base and then build a bunch of factories.
Spa. Build refinery. Build refinery.
Yes.
Okay.
by the numbers, boys.
Okay, then for your factory over here, get a tech lab. And then build like, call it 3 other factories.
Factory, build a tech lab.
Yes, that's what you do.
SCV ready.
Factory to build a tech lab so that I can build
Tanks.
mines,
Tanks.
tanks, and buggies. Helion.
Hellions, yes.
Aliens.
Build more factories.
We finished.
Because
that
if you only
out.
have one factory
Nice.
making one tank at a time, the enemy will overrun you.
That's true. Okay, let's build another factory.
Go ahead. What's going on?
Let's see.
SCV ready.
You should build more than one factory. I would recommend 3.
Build factory.
Yes.
Build.
You can build
Let's
several
just-
factories at the same time, you know.
Build. Oh,
Been waiting on you.
build.
Why are you having such difficulty building a factory?
Because I keep forgetting that it's an advanced.
Ah,
It's
yes.
an advanced structure.
The way I think about it is VF, VF, VF.
VF.
Hotkeys.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the hotkeys so that I don't have to
The
click.
minerals have
Yeah.
fucking gone.
Eventually, as the more you play this game, the more the
Oh.
hotkeys.
Oh gosh, I need some support.
You chased them away. Ah, here's a very interesting thing that the Zerg could do. They could actually put a... I kid you not. This is called a changeling, but it's now being called an imposter. You know how
Yeah, he just put one unit down.
you put an imposter. There's still one more. There's still one more imposter among you.
Still one more.
Yeah.
Oh, so when I select him, he's not lighted up.
No, because he's not yours.
Ah.
So yes, you killed the imposter. Good job. Alright, let's go back to the factory. That's the actual important part. You need to get your add-ons, either X or C.
Mineral field depleted.
Factory. Tech lab.
Yep.
Factory. Reactor.
Yes. You said it. It was supposed to happen.
Wait. Wait, what happened?
Press the factory and then press
Add-on
reactor. Ah, okay. Okay. So here's the thing. When the factory doesn't have the physical space to build a reactor, what you have to do is you have to lift it off and okay, good. And it should now press C.
C.
The minerals
Yeah, you can
have
now
up
land it
gone.
and then it will build the reactor. Because here's the thing, like, the physical space of the base and like the real estate is important.
Ah.
So if there's another building blocking that spot, it will not be able to build.
I see.
Right, now your factories you should make tanks. Lots of tanks.
Lots of tanks. Here we
Yeah,
go.
lots of tanks.
Tank. Tank. Oh, it's building.
They also supply block.
Tank. Tank. Supply.
The supply block.
Build.
Right?
Finish that.
Supply.
SCV ready.
Build. Build. Supply.
Alright, good. Good, this is okay.
Build.
SCV
Here's the tip, if you actually supply block, build, yeah, very good. Build like 3 at the same time because once you get supply block, the next round of things are gonna build. If you don't have another depot already under construction, you're gonna get supply blocked again.
I see.
See,
Especially when I'm constructing so many.
Yeah, see, your factories are not producing because your supply block. Okay, don't forget some buggies. The buggies are important too.
SCV ready.
Build the buggy.
Buggy. 1, 2.
No. Yeah, build. Okay, build it. Okay. Here's really what you should do. Yes, you can build the buggy at the tech labs, but I
Yeah.
would recommend building it from the reactor because the tech labs are better to build tanks. The one with the reactor cannot build tanks.
Oh.
We could use some help.
Oh, you're under attack.
Oh, fuck.
First of all, you moved command.
Mm-hmm.
Then you didn't siege your tanks. me help you out. See, the one tech on the high guard is doing all the damage. The thing about the techs is that you need to get them into a position and you need to have them sieged.
Yep.
If they're not in siege mode, you will lose the vast majority of your fights.
What is happening to my the aliens?
Yeah, they basically put a temporary silence on it.
Oh, okay.
No, you just have to wait for it to wear off. There, now you're... Make more tanks. You lost all of them. Make more tanks. Make more factories. Get another base.
I need more resources.
You should get more bases, but you have 7,000 minerals and 2,000 gas.
I might go somewhere. Let's take a look at the map here. And build.
The minerals have up
Okay,
and gone.
good.
Mineral field depleted. Let's get all these workers here to go. Wait, this guy. Wait.
Mineral field depleted.
Actually, I don't understand. What are you doing?
Wait. I'm trying to get the workers are. It says mineral depleted, but they are still collecting it. So I'm gonna leave them there.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You should build more factories and make more tanks and make more buggies.
Build more factories.
Yes, you should. By the way, since you actually move your tank here, you should siege him up, don't you think?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. At least when the enemy attacks, they'll take a lot more damage. Build more factories. Why did you unsiege him?
Wait, what did I just do?
Okay, this is good. You're sieging them up. Very slowly, but they're being done. You try to put them into a firing arc? Okay, this is nice.
Okay, we need more workers.
Yes, you do. Go to your buildings and build more workers. For the fourth time, build more factories.
Wait, give me a moment.
Okay.
Build more factories.
The easy way to think about it from a Terran perspective is that you start with one factory.
SCVs.
Then, oh, the enemy's attacking your base.
SCV ready.
See, this is exactly what I was talking about, the weakness of the siege tanks, is that if they're not in position,
SCV ready.
they're gonna blow up your base.
The minerals have
Oh, they
up
blew
and
it up.
gone.
Gotcha.
Okay, what do I do?
SCV
I'll
ready.
try and help you out. This one's gonna be a bit tougher. Okay, you got new
Our
tanks
SCVs
producing.
are under attack.
Oh boy. Okay.
Ready to roll out. SCV ready. This is great.
I'm using the SCVs to emergency repair the tank, while the tanks from your other base come in and basically backstab them. Although notice that we took pretty heavy losses.
Ready to race.
Okay, the enemy attack has been held.
Ready to roll out.
What you need to do now is get your workers back to work, build more factories, and replace the base that the enemy destroyed.
Okay, I'm gonna
Coming through.
let him show them, get them here.
You made a bind, okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
not bad.
Been waiting on you.
There.
This better
The thing about playing this style, by the way, is kind of surviving. Okay, like once you get that mass Thor tank army that you saw in the last game, it's virtually unbeatable. The key is getting there. The key is defending long enough to do it. But with the siege tanks, siege in the right positions, you can. Okay, here's a tip, Rather than sending all your defenses to siege here, siege these two tanks here. Because if you had two siege tanks in the last attack, the enemy would not just have waltzed into your base and smashed it.
Yeah.
Siege these two tanks.
Siege 2 tanks where?
In your second base. Down on the
In my...
map with where all your infantry are.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay, good. You
Our
siege them then.
SCVs are under attack.
Okay. The enemy is going to be attacking here. Siege your remaining tanks here. Siege them now. No, you don't have time for this fancy nonsense. Just siege them.
Do they attack air?
The tanks? No.
Yeah. They don't. So I need some of these guys here.
You need more factories, but yes.
More factories.
You still haven't rebuilt your base that they destroyed. Okay, to be fair, a lot of Starcraft is doing a lot of things at the same time. But with experience, you get very efficient at doing the various things. You learn shortcuts and hotkeys and the other things. And that's when you start playing at a higher level. Of course, right now in the beginning stages, you do one thing at a time.
Your command center upgrade is
You're building
complete.
another factory? Okay, that's good. Okay, go back to your 3 existing factories, make more tanks. Make more buggies.
Make more buggies and more tanks.
Yes. Because you want to replace any potential battlefield losses.
Yep.
Who wants some?
Okay, build an armory. It's time to get the source.
Alright. Build.
Ready to raise some hell.
I'm gonna build it here.
Sure.
SCV ready.
Where is here? I don't see an armory.
Fueled up, ready to go.
Build an armory.
VA.
SCV ready.
Okay. You might want to build another base to okay, now rebuild your second base that they destroyed.
Build.
SCV ready.
Build another base here, yeah. Take the gases. You need to replenish your gas because honestly you're gonna run out of gas.
Ready to roll out.
You haven't
Take my
actually been
gas.
mining gas because they killed all your SCVs.
Yeah, they did.
SCV ready.
Okay, this is a start. The base down here, by the way, you can still produce SCVs. And you should. Okay, the armory is done. Begin Thor production.
Armory is done. Begin Thor production.
Yeah,
SCV ready.
place the orders. You remember the sword, the big gigantic robot you liked?
Yeah.
SCV
Thor.
Additional supply depot.
Oh, supply block!
Yeah, supply block.
What do you have to do?
Build supply.
Let's do something a bit more advanced. Call down supply.
SCV ready.
Call down supply. Call down. Wait, how do I call down supply
You
again?
go to the one with the big satellite dish, and then you press X, and then you fire it on the depot.
SCV ready.
Oh, I have one with the big satellite dish.
Yes.
Okay. Here.
Yep, so now you've got more supply. Okay, continue Thor production, continue buggy production. The factory that you built adds get an add-on. Oh, the enemy's here.
Where? Oh, shit.
Thankfully, your tanks were sieged. Oh well, continue top production, continue. You build another barracks, huh?
I need Vespa. Vespine.
Vespine, yes. Get the Vespine. You know how to do it. Oh,
By refinery.
by the way, okay, here's the important thing. You can only have a maximum of 3 SCVs mining from the refinery at one time.
Yeah.
The rest of the guys are effectively wasted. Because the way it works is that if there are too many there, the guys are actually waiting outside instead of, you know, working.
Yeah.
Right, so take
Gonna
the...
make his position stronger.
Okay, wait, this is important, especially for gas. Do you see this refinery has 8 out of 3?
Sorry, what?
The one in your main base, this one, it says 8 out of 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what this means is that only 3 SCVs are actually mining from the gas, the rest are literally waiting outside. This is considered a very bad practice because these SCVs could be mining minerals instead.
It should go here.
Yeah, so redistribute them, yes. Go send them to other gas geysers like the ones you just built.
Yep.
There are also gas geysers over here. Every base has 2 gas geysers that you can mine from. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna
Continue. Yep, good. Top production, tank
Build.
production.
refinery. Build.
Don't forget, this you built a factory here, but you never got an add-on.
Oh. Should I do reactor or tech lab?
Reactor. No, tech lab, my bad.
Oh.
Okay, the way you want to think about it, by the way, when you're playing mech, is that when you get one base, you get one factory,
Yep.
then you get your expansion. Once your expansion is done and it's like mining at a healthy rate, you go up to 3 factories. After you go up to 3 factories, I'll write it down and send it to you later. After you get up to 3 factories, by the way, if those watching on YouTube, I'll put it down in the description.
Complete.
Once you get up to 3 factories, you take your 3rd base. After you take your 3rd base, you go up to 5 factories. Once the 5 factories are done, the 3rd base has like enough workers, the 5 factories are producing constantly. You take your 4th base, you go up to 8. Once you go up to 8, that's kind of what you need. You produce continuously from those 8 factories, or 4 bases. That honestly is the ultimate end goal, because that will give you enough mech units to win most games. You're also supply blocked. Okay, very good. Actually, if you look around the map, you have a pretty decent army, don't you?
Give us your best shot. What's that?
You built this.
Well, I need a few more doors, I think.
Then make some Thors. You've got a bunch of factories idle.
Yeah. Give me a moment. I need to learn how to multitask in this game.
That is attacking you again, but thankfully due to your few siege tanks. See, that's the thing about siege tanks. Did you see the attack, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a small handful of siege tanks can annihilate enemy forces.
But you know what? I realized that my marines are so important because of the airbound units. My marines have saved my ass a few times.
See, so that's
Yeah.
you're actually right. So here's the thing: you get marines first, but once you go up to 3 bases, you can start getting Thors. The Thors will cover for your anti-air.
Ah.
The marines.
Wait, how do I?
Yes.
How do I? There are 2 modes for the Thors, right? What are the 2 modes again?
High impact payload and explosive payload.
So E. What is E?
So E. Okay, so here's the thing. Just like the siege tank, the default mode, it fires these rockets that you saw. They do splash damage against air targets. But if you switch to high impact payload, which is what they are right now, they do single target damage, but they do more damage, far more damage.
Okay.
It's kind of the difference between like casting a strong spell and casting an AoE.
Mm-mm.
Make more stores. Make more factories.
More thoughts?
More
How
stores, more
many
tags.
do you reckon we need before we...
Okay, so here's the teaser.
Your best shot.
The next time we play, next week or
Yep.
whatever that is, so for those watching on YouTube, the episode will be coming out in future or it should already be out. I'll play a mech game and I'll show you what are the capabilities.
Okay.
I'll show you what I
Sounds
can
good.
do. I'll show you what the quote unquote end goal to strive for eventually is.
Sounds good.
Of course I'll be playing against the elite AI lah.
Very hard one.
The hardest possible.
Mineral field
SCV
That's right.
ready.
Alright, so I honestly think, and you almost are at the time anyway, but yeah, okay, so that was a good thing to do. Actually, okay, your next round, produce tags, don't produce Thors.
Tanks.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you need to have a balance of tags and Thors. And honestly, buggies, which you've forgotten. You need a balance of tags, Thors, and buggies because without the Thors, the tags are very
additional
weak on
supply
their own.
depots are required.
Like if you have a bunch of tags, like they need to unsiege in order to move, right?
Yep.
If you don't have the Thors and the buggies to protect them, the tanks move out across the map, they're gonna get hit by an army, they will be destroyed before they can siege.
Oh.
And you effectively just lose the game because it takes you too long to replace your tanks.
Here's another question.
Yes?
You know, like the bases have their own SCVs.
Yes?
How do I decide on which base the SCV should work on, or do they go to the nearest one?
You decide because each individual base you can have the yellow line. So if you're talking about when you make SCVs, right?
I'm talking about when they are mining. Like
Yeah,
they are mining either the gas or the minerals.
yeah, so they'll just mine the minerals until the minerals run out. Then you have to reassign them. Same for the gas. Oh, the enemy's here. And they're dead.
SCV ready.
Whoa.
This is the nigh unbeatable Terran Mech army.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Not even the scout who tried to run away could survive.
You've bought the firepower you need
The
to
minerals
annihilate
have
anything in your path.
Ready to raise some hell.
Again, the big
That
weakness of
is-
this is that they can outflank you.
Hmm.
Alright, I think you have enough. Okay, so okay, make one more round of tags, and then let's go attack. Okay, what I would recommend you do is that, okay, you see over here you have the majority of your army together. Unsiege half of your tags.
Got no patience.
So I double click the tank.
Mineral field
No,
depleted.
double click is all select.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, what you do is that you click on the tags individually, and then you unsiege.
Big up.
okay. So there's no quick way to. 1,
Honestly, this one, no, there isn't.
2, 3. Okay,
The
I
reason why-
unsieged 3 of them.
Good. The reason why you do this is that even when you attack, you need to
Mineral
have base
field
defenses.
depleted.
What you don't
Yep.
want is I go and attack, then the enemy hits me, I've got nothing at home, and then you start a base trade.
That is true.
Okay. You've got tanks here covering your next base, you've got tanks here covering your main. Your main base itself is protected by these tanks already. Take this force you have and go and destroy the enemy.
Do we have enough buggies?
You should make more buggies, but this should be enough to attack them.
Okay.
Okay, the key is the key is this. Once you make contact with once you like hit a base, like once you're over here, siege the tanks and let them do their job. Remember, a siege tank has significantly more range than the unsiege tank.
Yep. I just don't know the range yet, but I think I'll just like learn it eventually. Oh gosh, my buggies died so quickly.
Oh yeah. Siege the tanks. You don't have to, but it'll be nice. That doesn't matter, your army smashes too anyway. Keep going.
Mineral field
The
depleted.
reason that sieging tanks are important is when you're playing against enemies that are competent, you want to have that efficiency. As the name implies, they are supposed to like siege enemy bases.
Yeah.
Yep, wipe them out. How have I is just very satisfying.
Me too. Man. So I don't need to. I actually don't need to. What's that called? Destroy all the buildings, right? The main point is the command centers.
Yeah, although
right?
it's a good idea. By the way, your armies are move
The
combat and you're getting
minerals
shot.
have up and gone.
You
Oh,
can do
sorry.
this too, by the way, yeah. Like, it's actually kind of fun to like, just ignore them, then you get to a nice position, and then you siege up, and then they fire this massive salvo.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun. Okay, so here's the thing. The ultimate goal of the game is to destroy the enemy buildings. Destroying command centers or their main bases, the one that mining minerals are generally considered more important. But there are edge cases where you want to destroy the other buildings too.
Oh.
Well, let me give you an example. When you were playing against Terran earlier, by destroying their factories, you make sure that they cannot replace their army.
Ah.
It's like going after the enemy's deck, as opposed to going after the opponent.
Yep.
Yeah, there are actually some very sneaky builds where you're focused on destroying the enemy's deck as opposed to their health. And then you let 15 kill them. Alright, so did you see on the minimap they've got a few other bases? Go and wipe them out. Oh, they actually got air
minerals have up and
units.
gone.
Thankfully you have a few stores. Okay,
Yeah.
wait. Stop the army, stop the army.
Up.
Okay. Here's why. Go back to your factories at home, produce another round of units.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Here's the key of Starcraft 2. You always need to continuously produce to replace battlefield losses. Notice your army, even though it's winning, is about half the size it is when you started.
Yep.
Yeah. The factories in your main especially. Make more units. The reason you want to do this is that if the fight was close, you need to continuously be producing, continuously be making those units. Because if the enemy does the same, he destroys you in the next wave.
Yep.
I'm in deep.
Mineral
Alright.
field depleted.
Now go wipe them out.
Now?
You sieged a bit early, you're not in range of the enemy.
Ready to raise
Oh.
some hell.
No, I was just like, I should siege to wait for my backup, but I don't think they are that strong to require that, right?
What do you mean?
I was just I was staying down so that
that's actually not a bad
I was
idea. when you're
waiting for my backup. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. But again, it kind of depends because you were deep in enemy territory. It would have made sense to get out of enemy territory, go to the middle of the map and meet with the main army. Because if you're deep in enemy territory, you could get surrounded and destroyed, even if it's siege.
Yeah.
Okay, your backup is on its way. But if you're already in the middle of the map, it then makes sense to siege so that the enemy army doesn't surround you
Mineral field
if you're in a
depleted.
weak position.
The minerals have up and gone.
Alright. Alright, keep it going. They got a base over here. You're on move commander, you're not on attack move.
Mineral field depleted.
It's actually a bad idea to do what you just did, because notice while you were driving and while you were sieging up, the enemy was attacking you.
Yeah.
It really reduced the hit points on your tanks. It's actually better to move the tanks to, let's say, where this tree
The
is and
minerals
start
have
shelling them.
up and gone.
Oh.
You don't...
What's the range on the tanks when they are rooted?
Very far. Okay. Okay, do you see this tank here?
Got no patience for sitting around.
Wait. Let me just.
It's at your satellite dish base.
Come and fight me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Click on it. Do you see this giant circle around the tank?
Yep.
That's the range.
What's our target?
Wait, what?
There's no
You
more
see
Click on
use
it.
for this one.
Yeah, this one. Do you see this SCV over here?
Yeah, I don't see the circle though.
Give us
I see a small circle.
Do you see? Yeah, do you see this like big circle with like lots of
Mineral
dashes?
field depleted.
No.
Click this tag.
lay it on me.
Okay. Clicked.
Do you not see a circle?
A small one, not a big one. Or is it a setting in the game to...
No, it's not. Okay, do you see this SCV on the side?
Yes.
Do you see that there's like a bunch of dashes on the floor?
What's that?
No. You mean green dashes?
Is it green? Not really, they're white dashes.
No. Mine are green. And they're not huge. I can't see the range of the tank basically.
No,
I
I'm
can't
looking at your screen. Click the tag.
click the tank.
Yeah, okay. Where the SCV is.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, don't click the SCV. But look at where the SCV is. Do you see that there are a bunch of dashes on the floor? Going in the arc. If you deselect the tag, the arc will disappear.
There are no dashes on the floor. There is no arc.
Okay,
Are you looking at my screen?
okay, let me try this instead. Okay.
Are you looking at my screen?
Yes, I did. I checked your Twitch stream. It's there. You're not seeing it. Okay, let me try this. Let me try something else.
What color is it? What color is
The
it?
dashes are white. Okay, click the tag and then click the factory. You should see on your screen something appear and disappear on the ground when you click the tag.
Blown up.
Uh-huh.
Now click the factory. Do you see that something is appearing and disappearing on your screen? Near where the SCV is for that matter.
Go ahead.
Click the tag, click the factory, look at the SCV. Do you see the lines appearing and disappearing?
Oh, the little triangles.
Yes!
Why did they make it so small? There is literally
I know.
not visible, man.
That's the range of the tag to answer your question. Anything that steps
Oh.
within this circle gets blasted to smithereens.
Oh, that's big. That's big.
Yeah.
That's big. It's huge.
One interesting thing about the tag, okay, now you see the triangles now, right? Notice that up here, here's the very interesting thing about siege tags. They can shoot further than they can see, like real life artillery.
Oh.
So if you have a spotter like an SCV out here, you get the maximum range of the tag. But if you don't,
Yep.
the enemy can come into like this smaller circle where the vision is, and then start attacking you. So it's good to have like spotters or air units to spot, like, you know, real world artillery.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the siege tag. Get your
Okay, so
thoughts.
there's 2 more buildings. That's why this game is not ending. Okay, you go get this guy.
No, there's a base over here. Oh my god, they've actually rebuilt.
Wait, what? Okay.
There's a base on the other side. Start producing more tank stores and buggies now.
Tanks, doors, and buggies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now go and tell your stores to attack this base. Actually, I'll leave it up to you. You
Not
can
yet,
either-
not yet, not yet.
Okay, fine. Then,
think
then
it's
bring your thoughts
weak.
back home.
Build refinery. Build refinery.
Ready to roll out. Fueled up, ready to go. I'm wasting away.
Okay.
Okay.
Thor is here.
Oh, by the way, if you tell them to mine minerals and there isn't a base set up, they'll just go back to the the nearest base that's completed. They'll do something
Oh.
called long distance mine.
Nah,
Yeah.
gotta wait.
You should get your 2 Thors that are out of the map to come home before they, you know, get surrounded and killed.
Up, ready to go.
Yep.
Yes, go home. Go back to where all the tanks are. But again, like, these stores are really expensive. Unlike infantry, you can't afford to lose them.
Yeah. Takes too much resources.
And a long time to build, as you noticed.
Yeah.
In fact, you could build an infantry right now. You compare the time taken.
Infantry as in
The marine.
Marines, right?
Yeah, you build a marine and build a Thor at the same time, and then you notice how fast.
Do you ever use Reapers?
Yes, but that's in the early game.
Give us your
Um,
best shot.
Only in early game?
Yeah. Because Reapers
Oh.
have very low HP. They're very fast, but they're very low HP.
Ah, okay.
Go, go, go!
Alright, so if you think you've got yourself a strong enough force, you can go and attack the base.
Yep.
War is here!
War is here. They all sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's by design.
Armed and ready.
Attack!
What's our target?
Now? Is this enough?
Yeah, that's enough.
Sure?
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Want a piece of me?
Let's go!
Lay it on me.
How do I make sure the buggies don't go on suicide mission first?
Honestly, Michael.
Want some?
Pull them back, pull them back. Okay, good. Now attack together. Attack, not move command.
What in the world?
You want move command, not attack command. And your buggies did join the fight. See, these units are not, you didn't A-move, so they moved all the way there, and then they only started to attack.
Yep, that's sad. Okay. Okay.
You now need to build more buggies, more tanks, and more everything, replace those losses and try again.
Yeah.
Actually these tanks over here, you can unsiege them, and they can become part of your main army.
Yeah.
All new Thors that are built, switch them to high impact payload. Oh, the enemies here.
Ready to raise some hell.
Oh, this is fine. This is a wonderful example of the difference between attacking and defending as mech. Because you had your siege tanks, you had everything ready, you just annihilated them. But if you carelessly attack them, they can annihilate you.
Oh.
What's that? What's going on?
By the way, the average Starcraft 2 game, even for mech, lasts 15 to 20 minutes.
Ready to raise some hell.
Okay, very good. You're repairing your Thors, that's good. Okay,
I figured it's much cheaper to do that.
yes, it is.
Mm.
It's not free, by the way, but it's a lot cheaper, and more importantly, if you have to build a brand new sword, it takes like a lot more time.
Yep.
By the way, here's a pro tip: if you press your SCVs, if you go to repair and you left click it, it will go into auto repair, which means that will repair any broken units in its area.
Wait, what again? SCV and then
Right click
right click.
R, right click the R itself.
Right click R itself. Ah, I
There
see.
we go. It'll now automatically repair.
Nice. Wait, why is my mind broken? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, somebody shot it.
Okay. Yeah, these guys come over here. So I need to be on attack move.
Yeah, so press A and then move, rather than just moving them.
Yeah.
By the way, you've actually made too many Thors. You should have made a few more tanks.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's very tempting to build Thors, and at lower levels, mass Thor is kind of okay. But once you really start getting the hang of it, you want to have siege tanks that can siege. No, next time when we play, I'll show you what you really want to do with siege tanks.
With the gear.
Okay.
Okay, once you think you have enough, you can attack. Excuse me, you can attack again. The next time we play, I'll also go through Terran air units. Oh, here comes the enemy. There goes the enemy.
Wow.
Vespene
What are
guys
those?
exhausted.
Those are corruptors and blue thoughts. Those are Zerg air units. Thankfully, the thoughts have pretty powerful anti-air,
Yeah.
especially in
crazy.
high impact payload.
Alright, I'm almost ready to go.
Go, wipe them out. Oh, these idle SCVs. Doesn't matter.
Where?
What do you mean by where?
Oh. I'm back in base.
Yeah, you have a lot of idle SCVs back at
What's
base.
going on?
F2. Let's go. 8 out.
Here's the enemy base here. Okay, good. Good, you're getting all the drones.
What's the command to siege again? E.
For the tanks. Double click the tanks and press E to siege all of them at once, or you can siege them individually.
Ah.
It is important to note, by the way, that siege tanks do friendly fire, especially on the smash damage.
Oh shit. Serious?
Yeah,
Give us your best shot.
I mean that's a problem with artillery, isn't it? If you're shelling too close to your own units, they will get blown up.
Yep.
Okay, this is okay. You should have enough tanks to brute force. Hey, attack move, don't command move. Like the only time you want to command move with siege tanks is you want to get into a firing arc when there are no enemies attacking you. Because you take so much damage that you could lose fights.
Wait, the moment I right click, it becomes command move, right?
Yeah, so you have to press A move again.
Again, okay.
Yeah, you have to make it a habit to continuously press like move then A, move A, move A, move A, move
Ah.
A. Again, if you're moving out across the map, actually even when you're moving out across the map, it's better to Oh, hey! They've got an imposter with you.
Where?
I am here. Click me.
Do you see him now?
Yeah.
You just put an
It's-
artillery shell in him.
Yeah.
Well, no such thing as overkill, is there?
Nope. Wait, they have one more base here. What the hell?
Let me check.
Queued up, ready to go.
Oh god. They're over
Oh
here.
wow. Wow.
Resilient tanky buggers, aren't they?
Yeah. I'm gonna build more stuff. Build.
Well, there's no more
But this is
gas with
something
this
you've
one.
just done something that happens all the time, even at the highest level. You siege your siege tanks and you forgot to unsiege them.
Oh, serious?
They're over here, yes. There are 3 siege tanks that are just there. Don't worry, even professionals do that sometimes. Yeah, you've got
Okay.
enough to just walk in here and smash this, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
You're not on attack move. Your tanks are getting attacked.
Oh shit.
A move, A move.
I'm in deep.
Okay, this is fine.
Base is under attack.
What are you doing? Oh, tell you what.
SCVs.
Wait,
They're under attack.
let's do something fun for a change. Take your. Okay, let me just.
Hey,
Okay,
they're attacking
here's the
our
you move
base.
your tanks up here on
Our
this ledge.
SCVs are under attack.
Put all of them in siege mode. And watch the fireworks. So the thing about artillery is that you put them on ledges, they can start shelling from a higher position.
I see.
Slowly blow everything in smithereens. Now send your thoughts in and clean up everything on the ground.
Wait, they have another base.
Yeah.
My goodness.
It's a stubborn Zerg, isn't it?
Yeah.
To be fair, if you're playing like against actual humans, they would have given up by now. The thing about Zerg is that they tend to, well, actually about some players is that if their main base is getting attacked, they try to like expand out and take out more bases. To be fair, that actually helped them rebuild earlier.
Hey, they're attacking our base.
Don't forget to unseat your tanks that were on the cliff.
Oh yes.
So a lot of firepower you'll be leaving behind. Where are your thoughts going?
I have no idea.
You're not on attack move.
How do I see if I'm on attack move or...
You actually can't, but the fact that it went past like the enemy air unit and they didn't fire tells me you're not on attack move. Which is dangerous because you lost a fight because you were not on attack move.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what we're talking about. This is when you have a nice safe distance between you and your enemy, and the artillery can really do its work. Good one side.
You're gonna need a tad.
Okay, very good. You unseat your tanks. You're not on attack move. Tanks are really good far forward. Okay, this is still okay. GG! You're having a bit too much fun with this, aren't you?
Yeah. I like to see the explosions.
That's the benefit of playing mech.
Wait, they still need to surrender after I completely destroy them?
They've still got a building out there on the map. See? They're trying to rebuild another base down here. More target practice for you.
Mineral field depleted.
Wait, so after I finish this, I still have to accept their surrender?
No, if you actually destroy all of their buildings, you auto win. What this
So
means
where-
is that there's still another building
minerals
somewhere
have
out there
up
on the
and gone.
map. See?
Damn it. Oh, I'm gonna leave 2 guys here.
That's a good idea, yes. There is a situation in Starcraft 2 called a base trade where both sides have like attacked the main base separately. That's
Yeah.
where this becomes a big factor. There have been games won and lost thousands of dollars by having a building hidden. But in the case of the AI, they will always try to take a base where there are minerals. When you're playing against humans, they'll put it in strange corners of the map just to try and throw you off.
Yeah.
And they're
There we
outta
go.
Here.
Alright.
GG.
Okay, wow, we went way beyond time today. Thank you, Gunnar, for
No
teaching
problem,
me
man.
how to play Starcraft 2. Welcome. Thanks everybody for watching. Sorry to ignore your comments. But this is Teach the Noob, a brand new segment on our stream. It will probably be on Wednesday mornings, but I'm gonna on reservice soon, so I'm
Oh,
gonna be
you become a
um,
weed.
yep. Uh, I'll be one of the small soldiers, infantries, marines on the ground.
Were you an
Um,
infantry?
no, no, I
Okay.
was an artillery guy.
Okay, lah, that means you're
Artillery.
technically a siege tank.
Yeah.
Okay, lah, there's a bit more glory there. Okay, well,
So yeah, thanks Gunnar for spending time and teaching me
no
this.
problem. It was a pleasure.
I think you look at the footage. This may or may not be on YouTube,
It's gonna be on my YouTube.
depending. Yeah, it will be on Gunner's YouTube, so do check him out. Let me do a shout out for him.
My
This
POV
is-
will be on my YouTube.
Yeah, great. Gunner guy. Here you go. That's him. Starcraft 2. He is a Starcraft 2 expert. He also co he also casts StarCraft 2 tournaments and also have organized a few competitions himself. So thank you once again, Gunner. Thank you everybody for watching. Hope that you had a good time. Sorry again for not answering your comments. But yeah, I'm trying to learn as much as I can. I can't really multitask. So
You'll get good
kamsahamnida,
at that.
everybody. It was fun. It was fun. Today was fun. Let me just send you guys off with the last song, as we usually would.
Alright, for my stream, I'm gonna call it quits here. I've got other things to do. I'll be posting on Twitter probably when the next session will be. As mentioned, next session, what I have planned for Stefan is that I'll show him how to play Terran proper, so to speak, and then I'm gonna let Stefan go on his own and see whether he could actually beat the easy AI. And if we have time, and that's a big if, we'll go through some of the Terran air units. Alright,
Okay,
it's gonna be all for my stream.
sounds good.
See you guys.